All right, it's a busy day now here in Queens, New York. John, oh boy, yeah, you get tired. I do. It's a whirlwind, but I'm excited. And the men outside working and hammering away. It's like what we're doing, only they're hammering and we're hammered. No, but we used to be. Yeah, we did used to be hammered. Okay, let's see if we can catch some of these beautiful sun rays. Well, it's leaving already, the sun, so whatever. Incontinence, and now we're talking constipation. Right, constipation. And the reasons for being constipated. Okay, yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, Johnny. That's what? You're covered up. I know. You just... You make it so Well, so what? Every day's a surprise. Oh, Lena. Go ahead, you take it, baby. When constipation is an issue in your life, it means that first and foremost, well, you're not getting enough water, okay? You should be having a lot more water if you're constipated. You're not eating right. You're not eating vegetables, fruits, nuts, grains. You're eating a lot of meat. Meat will constipate you like nothing else. Dairy will constipate you. And just look it up. You can look up why you get constipated for nutritional things. And there's supplements that you can take, too, that relieve constipation. Yes, magnesium is one of them, but constipation at its very root causes in the physiological realm is bottled up anger and resentment and feelings and thoughts and stuff that you push away and push inside. Now, the severest form of constipation is cancer. Mm-hmm. Yes, it is. Christopher had stage 4 liver and bowel cancer when Lena and me worked on him in 2011 for 2 years. And got him better. You see, Christopher, he's doing very well, yeah. But he wasn't always doing so well. And, but he's, along with some great surgeons and good doctors and holistic team, all working hand in hand, he's definitely in full recovery. However, we have to stay on top of him and his health and his diet, and he's very stringent about what he eats. He's not the slimmest guy, but he is a very healthy guy. And, as far as having a little extra weight around his middle, that's psychosomatic too, and that's also starting to go down now, if you notice, Lena. He's getting trimmer, yeah. So anyway, constipation, right? Issues that all of the women in your lives suffered from. All, again, the same in-laws that you talked about before, all suffered from gastro problems and constipation being a big one, and weight problems. And yes, your first mother-in-law had weight problems. You gloss over it, but she did, yeah. And Chris's mother is, she's in pretty bad shape with that. She's not showing any signs of slowing down with that. That's her life now. She's quite an old woman. Now, let me talk. All right. This was the same woman, Christopher's mother, who got very angry at Lena for making a puppet that Christopher's mother felt was much too glamorous and too skinny to be Lena. One of Lena's puppets. No, actually, and Lena did model the puppet after her body when she was a teenager, because she had a fucking bombshell body, let me tell you. Skinny little hips and great big tits. That was my Lena. Alright, you gonna be alright here? Alright, so... wasn't that skinny. You was gorgeous. You was 34, 24, 34, baby. No, 36 on top you are. Alright, John. Come on. TMI, right? Easy. This guy's getting excited right now. I'm not a teenager anymore. You're gonna have that body back. And you know that you're recognizing signs of that body again. Okay, where am I going with this? God, I gotta stay on top of this. These women made a hell for themselves, and your biological mother doesn't even know she's a fat slob. Yeah, she's small, she's 5'1" or whatever, but she's a fucking troll, and she's a fat slob, and she's been a chubby little monster all her life, even as a child. She's in deep denial about it, too, and in such denial that she's convinced those around her, not to mention how fat she is. It's amazing. I always thought, God, she's just like, I wouldn't want that body, no matter, on my mother. Awful, awful shape on my mother, really. Like a troll. She's a troll. She's a little demonic troll, honey. And we're back to your family again. I'm just bringing out the tells. All right, physicality has a lot to do with it. So anyway, getting to Christopher's mother now, her current mother-in-law, I guess you could call her, but they don't really have a relationship. They talk very sporadically. They're not friends online or anything like that, but as nasty as she has been to Lena, for most of the relationship that Lena has had with Christopher, yes, she has always talked behind your back. She has always criticized you behind your back, made fun of your weight, even though she's... forget it. I'm not going to go there because you don't want me to, but this woman is no lightweight, and she suffers from all the things we've been talking about. From the blood pressure to the incontinence to everything else. Constipation is an issue. That's a lot of anger. That's a lot of repressed anger that she funneled into you. She put that into you, and that woman has never properly apologized to you. But you do have a speaking relationship now because, Lena, you chose to have one. Because that's the way you are. It doesn't matter if she's sorry or not. I don't care anymore. I know that's the thing. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is indifference. And you really do have a keen indifference to all these people, including your biological family. All right, stick with me. Listen to those hammers going. Right outside the window, too. Remember that indifference, okay? Because whenever you start feeling guilt, that's what you're feeling. You're not feeling love. You're not feeling anxious because you miss those people. In your case of... I got you. In the case of your biological family, it's guilt. That's still lingering. I should be a good daughter. I should pay attention to them. I should call them. But no, you really don't want to, or else you would have. Same thing with Christopher's mother and father. The only reason you really ever call them is when you need to talk to Christopher, if he's over by their house, or if you need them to turn the heat up in the apartment, right? You don't call to say, hi, how are you? You don't care, right? I don't, because they don't care about me. But they've told you that they care about you, right? Christopher's parents. They have. Give them a chance. They do care about you, Lena. Your parents care about appearances and the fact that their daughter does not acknowledge them any longer. That's what they care about. They don't care about you. I'm making myself very clear? Yes, I'm making myself very clear now, right? This is not a light situation. Your parents don't care about you, Lena. They want you to be in pain. They don't. You make them uncomfortable. You represent everything wrong that they are and that they have done. Yes, I get it, honey. I get it. All right, so we're working you through this today, so yeah, Christopher's parents, they're harmless, really. They just want him to be happy, and they're very wrapped up in themselves. Yes, all old people are now. Especially when they're kind of not in such good shape, and that's getting back to the repressed anger that causes all kinds of problems and manifestations in the physical being. And so if you don't address those things, you're looking at cancer or some other form. At some point, everyone's afraid of cancer. It's all cancer, every last bit of it. Every chronic malfunction in your body is a cancer. Not just, lung. Everyone thinks cancer. They see lung cancer. Every physical malfunction in your body is a cancer that will only get worse unless you address it. And yes, brain cancer, mental illness is a form of brain cancer. You need to retrain your brains out there. And the one way to do it is to really find yourself in the light of God. You shine a light on that, that's like healing. But you gotta shine the light. And you gotta let the light shine on you. Now, Lena is so forgiving, and the woman we just spoke of, Christopher's mother, was pretty horrible to her at Lena's lowest point when Lena was in the hospital, and this woman really came down on her and even made fun of her. "Hey, knock it off," she said to him. "You knock it off, Lynn. Stop trying to get attention. This is my house. Don't you act like that around my house." That's the way this woman spoke to her when she was laying on the front lawn in a heap crying. That woman sat up at the window in her apartment and yelled down, "Knock it off! You're making me sick. You're affecting my family badly." But Lena talks to her now because that's Lena. She never fails to see a spirit, and she's now helping Christopher Christmas. She's always helped him Christmas shop for his family. Lena hasn't gone to Christopher's family's house for Christmas in 10 years. He goes by himself. She doesn't go there. She stays home with me. It's all right, Lena. Work in progress, baby. Deep breath. So what this is leading to is all you scumbags out there, and you know who you are, and you're all watching these videos, and some of you ain't, but you will be soon because you're all finding her and me. She has it in her to forgive you if you play your cards right. But if there's anything I know about Lena, she knows when someone is or isn't playing their cards right. And she gets better at her card game every day. And at that note, Lena, we're going to have Bowie back for some Starman Tarot this morning. Really? Yes. Shortly. Let's take a break. Let's have a little breakfast. I love you. God help them all. God help them all. I love you too. How do you feel? All right. I want a doggy. 9:54. Woof.